I wanna take a breath. I'm falling in love. I'm falling in love. I wanna hold your hand. Don't leave me alone. Don't leave me alone. You make me high. Oh yeah.
My husband's got me triggered. The question is, how do I know if I'm in my disorder or if I'm thinking from a disordered space? And the answer to it is that if I pay attention moment to moment, I will notice when I feel different. I can feel the trigger come on. It feels different. It gets a little crunchy. It gets a little uncomfortable. And I'm like, oh, here we go. And in that moment, I want to fire off warning shots to the people that I'm talking to or the person that I'm talking to and let them know, oh shit, you know what? I'm kind of getting into a space here, like, watch what you say next. really, like, let's be careful with our words for a second here, because I could easily get pushed over the edge into the spiraling black hole. And that's where we want to stay out of. And so noticing the trigger moment to moment will show me where my disorder shows its face. And really, the truth is that knowing my disorder is also a big part of it. So reading the DSM-5 and learning the 9 qualifying criteria, and then taking a look at my triggers and seeing how those 9 qualifying criteria show up for me, how they manifest in my life. Sometimes it's a trigger because my husband doesn't answer the phone. Sometimes it's a trigger because, something that my best friend said, or something that my sister said, or not being validated is a huge one. So if I notice those triggers, then I can start to manage them. I begin to develop skills to be able to arrest the trigger in the moment and not have those reactions that put me in the space where I'm constantly saying I'm sorry. That's the big one, like, I'm so tired of saying I'm sorry. And it's kind of, there's certain things that borderline say, and I'm so tired is one of them. And what am I supposed to feel is another one. So anyway, to answer the question, noticing moment to moment how I feel will begin to point me in the right direction, so I can see when I'm in my disorder and what my disorder looks like and how my thinking shifts. My perspective will shift. And as soon as it does, then what I do is I just don't go with it, whatever I'm feeling. I just kind of pause for a minute and go, I'm feeling a little triggered. I'm just going to pause for a minute here and not make any big decisions. And it's at least a good first step. I mean, there's way more that gets to be done in order to manage that trigger, but knowing when your disorder is flaring up is pretty easy just from noticing what you're feeling moment to moment. If you're liking watching these videos, I'm loving doing them. So here's 3 ways that you can support me. Share, click like, and subscribe. I spit. Because they're caca videos.